Hello guys, this is question 6.14 and the statement of this question is the finished inside diameter of a piston ring is normally distributed with the mean of 10 centimeters and a standard deviation of 0.03 means mu is 10 cm and sigma, which is the standard deviation, this is 0.03 centimeters. Okay, so on the basis of this information we have to find the answers of part A, B, C. So what is the statement of the part A? What proportion of rings will have inside diameters exceeding 10.05 centimeters? So this is that word X is greater than 10.75. In B, what is the probability that a piston ring will have an inside diameter between 9.97 and 10.03 centimeters? Means the probability that X is greater than 9.97 and less than 10.03 centimeters. And the last one here is below what value of inside diameter will have 15% of the piston ring? Means the probability that X is less than small x or z. When we will convert it to the z domain, it will become z. So this is what, this is 0.15, or in z domain it is x is less than z, that is 0.15. Okay, so we have all the given data here, all the requirements here, and what do we have to do as we have previously done? Sorry, this is 10.075. okay, let me remove it. 10.075, this is what we have. So all these values are in the form of x, and in order to use the z distribution table and converting it into the standard normal distribution, what do we have to do? We have to convert these values to the z, and the formula for that is here as given, that is z equal to x minus mu divided by sigma. Okay, so now for this, which is part A, what do we have to do for it? The value of z is x, which is here 10.075 minus mu, which is 10, divided by 0.03. okay, so it is now what? It is 0.075 divided by 0.03. okay, let me calculate it. This is 0.075 divided by 0.03, so this is 2.5. okay, so this is 2.5. the value of z is known, which is 2.5. so therefore now in part A, this term has been transformed from 10.075 to 2.5. so therefore the value of x should be now greater than 2.5. and as we know that the z distribution is not made in terms of this formulation, so therefore first we have to find the value that x is less than 2.5 and then subtract it from 1, we will get our answer. So let me find out this value, which is x is less than 2.5. this is the z distribution table, this is 2.5, and here the answer is 0.9938, 0.9938. okay, so let me subtract it from 1 minus 0.9938, and this is what? 0.0062, and that is what? That is basically the solution of part A of my question. okay, this is the solution of part A. In part B, what is the probability that a piston ring will have an inside diameter of between 9.97 and 10.03 centimeters? This is again given here. This is part B. Let me solve it here. This is part B, and here in order to do so, let me call it x1, this is x2. okay, and first we have to convert them to z1 and z2. so z1 is equal to x1 minus mu divided by sigma, and z2 is what? x2 minus mu divided by sigma. okay, so In order to find them out, the value of x1 is 9.97 minus 10 divided by 0.03, and the value of z2 is what? That is 10.03 minus 10 divided by 0.03. Okay, so how much would it be? The value of z1 would be what? That would be 0.03. Okay, that is 0.03, but now here this is minus and this is 0.03, and here it would be z2, this is positive 0.03 divided by 0.03. So therefore, in the basis of this formulation, the value of z1 is 1, the value of z1 is -1, the value of z2 is 1. These are the values. Okay, so this formula is now transformed into what? That is now the probability that x is greater than -1 and less than 1. This is the formula. Let me solve it here. This is the solution. So in terms of z, it is greater than -1 and less than 1, and to find it out, we have to find here that x is less than 1 minus the probability that x is less than -1. Let me find out these values. So x is less than 1, that is here 0.8413 minus the probability that x is less than -1. So less than -1 is, this is here 0.1587, 0.1587. Okay, so here first let me calculate it. So 0.8413 minus 0.1587, this is 0.6826, 0.6826. okay, this is the answer. Yes, and that is what? That is basically the solution of part B of my question. Now in part C, below what range of inside diameter will 15% of the piston ring will fall? Okay, so to solve it, let me first remove these parts. As I had written here that this is part C, that the probability that x is less than z, that was 0.15. Now in order to find the value of this z, we have to take the inverse z transform of 15. We have to look in the table that what value of 0.15 corresponds with the value of z. So let me take you to this table and let me search for 0.15 here. Okay, so these are all the values for 0.15, and that is here. This is around 0.15 and it is minus 1.4, minus 1.04. okay, so that is minus 1.04 because this is minus 1.0 and this is in the fourth column. So therefore let me write it. So the value of z is minus 1.04. okay, we have got this value. In order to convert it to the relevant x value, so we knew this formula. From it we can very easily see that x is equal to what? That is mu plus c multiplied by sigma. So the value of mu is 10, the value of z is minus 1.04, the value of sigma is 0.03. okay, so this would be 10 minus what? 1.04 multiplied by 0.03, this is 0.0312 minus 10, this is minus 9.969, which is here. This was something which we had calculated and then carried out this step as well. So the overall answer here is 9.97 and that is what, that is the 9.97 centimeters, which is the value of diameter which will have 15% of the piston rings fall. Okay, so that is what, that is the solution of part C of my question. That's it for today. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comment box. See you soon.